Hey guys, welcome to another episode in the deep playthrough of Assassin's Creed Unity. It has been a very long time since I continued in this playthrough. Actually, not that long since I've played the game, because since the last episode in this playthrough, I upgraded my PC from a 9900K to a 10900K, like next generation CPU and also GPU, playing it on the 390 RTX. And I did a total, obviously, new install of Windows, and I thought that the save game of these Assassin's Creed games would be, it says it's always synchronizing to the cloud, so I was assuming it would be on my Ubisoft account or something, that whenever you erase the game and you reinstall it, that your save game is simply resynchronized with the clouds and you can continue where you left off. That was not the case, I found out. Not only with this one, also with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which I plan to continue after this one. Both save games were just a goner. So I had to start over from all at the beginning to get to approximately where I was in the last episode of the playthrough. I think this was over here. I think it's the third or the fourth mission in the main campaign, and I also opened up like the high viewpoints in the city. I more or less did exactly what where I was in the last episode of where we left off, and also as regards to side missions like Paris stories, murder mysteries. You had like these time warps or something. I'm not even sure what rifts. You have some rift missions. Basically you have this. I can show it over here. There is like. Oh, wrong button. There is this island where you start from. Over here is I even forgot what it's named. Hotel de Paris or something? No. Anyways, it is the headquarters. Totally forgot what it's called. But anywho, that's the island in the middle, and I did every side mission, Paris stories. There were some rifts over here, some heists, murder mysteries, 2 Nostradamus riddles, enigmas. And I also, the main campaign brought me, I think, towards over here. So I opened up this area where basically where we left off. Here's the Bastille. I also cleared that one out, that viewpoint, because I saw that in the previous episodes. I did that as well. Cleared some chests over here, some collectibles, and now we went all the way over here. We're underground, under some kind of a shady, homeless people area. Or not shady, but a poor area, where we have to kill the Roi de la Thune. That is, I think, the king of beggars. And that's where we are now. And before I am going in there, I am just curious about what the hell the name is of the headquarters. There's like this amazing encyclopedia. I really enjoy reading about it. This game really, it's not only about the people in the game itself, but real life locations with a little description and some historical tidbits. It really got me interested in the whole French Revolution. I actually spent quite some time while replaying this everything until where I am now. It really triggered me to spend some time on Wikipedia and get to know about Robespierre and Louis XIV and everything. Quite interesting. So this whole database is amazing. But let's see if our headquarters is in here as well. Yes, Cafe Theater, that was the name. Mixing it up. We'll just read it. Nah, I will leave the reading. We already read this one. I'm pretty sure in the previous episode. Anywho. we are... One second. We are now approximately so where we left off, and there's two things that I will do differently, or at least that I didn't really focused on before, and that is one that was always my aim, but that's really doing it a 100% playthrough, because previously I was like in the rifts that are like little side missions. You go to another era. There are actually hieroglyphs or something. God damn it, all these names. They are like... I'm now looking for a symbol of one, if there's any. Usually they only show up when you're close by to them. So probably I cannot find any. Nope. I don't see any, so then I will do it through here. Artifacts. Artifacts, they are like yeah, little collectibles, just like the chests and the cockades and sync points, fuel points and renovations. I thought I was already totally done with the renovations. What am I missing here? Ah, that are social clubs, that are like restaurants or bars in the city itself that you can also unlock to enhance your income stream, like these. This is a social club. This is one, but the cafe theater, our main headquarters, is totally upgraded. Anyways, in the rifts, previously I found you have like these artifacts, but they are very hard to get them, all of them, because you have like 3 or 4 in each rift location, but only one spawns when you start the rift. And it can also be the one that you already cleared. So getting, it sounds easy, like in a little location finding 3 or 4 artifacts, but it can mean like doing like 10 or 20 restarts just to get the right rift to spawn the ones that you did not get yet. And that's it. So if you have already 3, you obtain 3 and you have 1 left, you can happen that you have to like restart that rift sequence for like 10 or 20 times just to get that last one that you didn't get yet to spawn, which is quite time consuming. And I think I said earlier that like, okay, I have to screw those rift artifacts, I will just do everything else and then leave that. But I was not aware that it actually also counts toward 100% completion, or maybe I was and I just thought screw it. But I decided no, I will also get all the artifacts in those rifts areas. And so that is one thing that I did differently. I'm going to do differently since last time. Other thing is that I am trying to play the side missions as much as possible, also in relation to the main missions, main storyline missions, in chronological order. Actually, as it happens during the French Revolution. So I'm not doing something that took place in 1794, and then afterwards doing something that took place in 1792. No, I made a list. There was somebody on a Reddit forum, I think, or some kind of an Assassin's Creed forum that made a chronological list, and I wrote it down. So I will try to follow that chronology in time. And there's actually one other thing that I forgot to mention that I will also be doing, and that is when you do main campaigns, missions. I'm playing without a HUD. I'm not sure whether it pops up in the HUD, but in each mission you actually have challenges all the way down to the right. Like in this one you had challenges like use cherry bombs, phantom blades, And it was pretty annoying because when you go through this one I already played. I'm now replaying it because there was a cutscene that I want to include in the recording that I was not yet where we left off. So I'm replaying this one to get that cutscene in. It's a pretty cool cutscene, by the way, with Marquis de la Sade, also a very famous name, I think. But once you get through these missions for the first time, you don't see the challenges yet, at least not in this progress tracker. So then that means you can just try to do everything a bit and try to then randomly also hit those challenges. But it basically, you will for sure miss ones because they're pretty specific. Sometimes Phantom Blade kills. It means you have to kill 3 times with a Phantom Blade. Not 2, not 1, but 3 to get the checkbox. So it basically means redoing main campaign missions over and over just to trial and error. Or I think the second time you do see what the challenges are, but then you may not know what like the exotic little criteria are. For instance, do you have to do 2 blade kills or 3? So for that I will just be using an online list. Each mission going forward, main campaign mission, I will just see what the challenges are explicitly or specifically in detail, and then try to complete them and doing it so in one go. Instead of going back, that's in a playthrough. It's not fun if I have to do like a main campaign missions for 4 times over just to get a challenge. But I do think that they count towards the 100% completion. So I will also be doing all the challenges. So basically it is doing the game 100%. So including the Rift artifacts and including all the challenges. Playing the game in chronological order, at least side missions. And I think that is about it, I would say. Yeah, also golding them all, so everything 100%. And I wanted to say something else, but I forgot. I lost my train of thoughts. Getting a bit older. Anyways, our current objective is Le Roi Est Mort, the king is dead. Le Roi de Thun, king of beggars, is skulking somewhere in the sewers below La Cour de Miracle. Find him and end him. Alright, so that is our objective. And 1 second, let me think 1 more second and then we'll continue into the action. Yeah, I think there's one other thing I wanted to say with regards to those challenges. Some of them are lethal, air assassination, phantom blade kills. I will do those just to get 100% completion, but the main aim remains to be a non-lethal as possible assassin. Only focus on the actual objective character, kill him or her. Especially when I'm doing a side mission and I have to clear out an area, then it is actually Arno who is the infiltrator, who is somewhat of the aggressor. And then if other guards start to attack Arno and end up in a sword fight, I will try to only wound them. You can leave the final blow and you can just let them go down non-lethally. And the same for taking them out silently, sneakily, stealthily. I will not like next step the Phantom Blade into each and every guy who's just doing his patrol. I think that's really maniacal. It's really psychotic almost, like being some kind of mass murder maniac next stabbing everybody. So I will also, there's a knock out, a choke out function or option in the game, and I will be using that as much as possible. Unless of course it's a challenge to kill people. Of course if it's the main objective Arno is an assassin, so then of course he will be lethal. But any collateral damage that can be minimized, that is the approach, I would say. So non-lethal, but unless challenges forces me to, or it's the actual objective. And that is about it. And I must say again, playing again to the game, I think already for the third time, because the episodes that are in the uploaded on YouTube now, I think that is already a second time that I started it. So this is really like a third time, I think. But still, I'm amazed about this game, which is, I don't know, 5 years old or something. I'm now curious. 1 second. Just looking it up. AC Unity release, I think 2016, but I'm not sure. 14 actually, indeed. So that is like 7 years old. The texture work, the animations of the NPCs, the crowd density in the city, it is all, it holds up so well. It is still one of the best looking games I know, and I've been playing a lot of AAA games, all on max difficulty, because I'm pretty much an early adapter with graphics cards, and I really prefer all the bells and whistles above like my 120 FPS. 60 FPS or even 40 for games like this is more than enough for me, as long as I can turn it all up. This game now, by the way, runs pretty well. Of course, it's old software now being tackled with modern hardware, but it's an amazing game how it looks. Anyways, let's kill that Roi King of Buggers.
My lord! I've heard reliable reports that an assassin is nearby and that you are his intended target.
The worm has grown a spine. Now he's a snake.
Damn. It's only a matter of time I knew that much. This is far too soon.
Oh, oui, my lord. The assassins are, well connected.
But we have the advantage now, don't we? Muster the guard and lead the hunt for this assassin. Bring me his head.
Right, this is actually a pretty
Yes, my lord.
cool little section.
Human, with me! Find him!
Because there are a lot of guys hidden around here, but I think I won't be taking them all out. I think I already did it maybe in the previous episode. And failing, I will... Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. I will be circumventing them mostly. No, that's not the wrong way. So I came in over there and I have to go over here. I think I can get to that King of Beggars pretty darn quickly. Oh no, I still have to get to them actually.
Stay on your guard!
Anyways, the whole replaying this game up until now for like the third time I think, did give me quite some extra training time, so I am more proficient in it than I was before. Do I want to take out those dudes?
Maybe he's given up.
Or maybe he hasn't.
Where is he?
Right, I can just walk by them, I guess.
Keep a watchful eye!
There are actually 3 guys over there. Yeah, I will just leave those guys be. There's no collectible here anymore.
Do not let him pass!
And it also, this game, besides the amazing visuals,
Show yourself!
it really makes you feel like an assassin. It's such a cool game actually. It's such an underrated game. That's why I explicitly put it in the title of the playthrough. It's the harshness that this game got during its release. It's totally crazy. Alright, I'm not gonna wait. I'm not gonna take him out. I'm just going to go through that. Like so. Oh, by the way, that's already clear from the previous episode. I'm playing without a HUD. I can enable it when it's sometimes needed, but for instance, the mod I use, it also disables all the total HUD, so also all the icons on the map. Then I can reactivate it. So, but it's such an immersive game without any HUD. The texture quality, the lighting, it's amazing. That is the guy, by the way, that we have to get to. And he will be scurrying away.
He's through there!
Embarrassing.
Yeah, he's actually ratting out his boss. Also pretty cool music. Yes, it's such a cool game. By the way, the reason it was such a long time since I've played it is of course because Metro Exodus came in between.
Hold your positions, men.
Which really was a lot longer than I anticipated. I did one DLC, the full game, then the 2 Chronicles DLC, and I'm midway through the last DLC, but then I want to get back to AC Unity, so that second DLC I will do later on. I will finish that later on. You would think that the guy over there is the king of beggars, but he actually is not. You learned that the hard way. Only not sure which way I need to go. To the left? To the right? I think to the right. You can actually, by the way, I also do not use eagle vision unless really necessary to identify a target. But I find that really so cheating almost in all those games with X-ray vision, looking through walls. It really takes any challenge out of the game. Anyways, if you use eagle vision, you will see over here that a lot of guys are hiding everywhere. It's so much cooler just to try and spot them yourself, like that guy over there. Anyways, I can leave them all be. We'll just go over here. And there he is, King of Beggars. He set like a trap. He set like a lure down below for the assassin. He was warned that there would be an assassin to go to the chair and then take him out from upstairs. But Arno is not born yesterday. Hopefully we won't be spotted now. Right, never leave the loot, I would say. Ooh. Yeah, damn it. We were spotted. But we're in the clear. Right, let's get a look. Man, I just forgot the button. It's the B, right? Why is it not triggering? Now it is. For instance, this is also where I need the HUD for. For the lock-picking mechanic. Come on! Holy shit. Man. This really is very close to being detected, but everything's going right. And not too long, we will be in a position, not too long from now, to take him out. There he is. And if this doesn't make you feel like an assassin, I don't know what does. Here we go, dudes.
My subjects have eyes everywhere, my lord. I offer their knowledge to the service of the Order.
Oh, shit.
What knowledge could a king of the gutters offer us?
Right.
The intrigues of rats?
We have a
The intrigues of rats!
graphical glitch here.
Fool, if I could lay my hands on him.
My master would be pleased to arrange that.
Oh, shit. It's because I had the HUD turned off.
You all right, monsieur? Too much of the king's champagne?
Sylvain, come away!
Pretty weird that these cutscenes are
It's
a
done.
HUD
Delacer
as well.
is dead. Grand Master. Good.
Alright, so this guy was responsible for the death of Delacer. And Delacer is the...
No! Gilbert! Shit!
father of Elise. Elise is the love of Arno. And he was, I think, also the guardian of Arno, helping raise him after Arno's father himself was murdered. He was, I think, like either a Templar or an assassin. I'm not sure. Arno's father. I think Monsieur de Lacerre may have been a Templar. And that are of course the enemies of the assassins in this whole universe. But I actually wonder why they paint the Templars as being so bad. Because what I read about them online is that they actually were a force of good. Anyways, we need to get out of here. Maybe see if I can loot the body of Roi de la Tombe, King of Beggars. He's probably already despawned. What I did do before getting here is you could do that outside, putting some wooden boards over sewerage holes, which actually will make the escape here much easier because the sewerage will mostly be blacked out by smoke, which cannot be escaped now because of those boarded up vents. You also already see some smoke over here. But these guys over there seem not affected by smoke, so probably best if I take them out. The King of Beggars is still there. I do want to check out his body. So let's just get down. But anyways, really weird. I never noticed that before, that if I press the disable HUD button, that actually the cutscene itself disappears. So that's a layer on top of the game world, apparently, cutscenes. Nope. Alright, are they all still where they were? Yes, I think they are. Just take them out. Of course, they are in an alert state now. But the guy to the left, yeah, he will probably see me. I will be using some smoke. Otherwise. Or let's use a distraction.
every bloody gun off to. There's someone there.
Oh man, it's so annoying. The thing is that the knockout mechanic is the same as the loot mechanic. So I wanted to knock out that guy. Then Arno started looting the other guy. Alright, that's where we need to go. But first let's see if that Walla tomb has some goodies. Two guys over there. La liberté ou la mort? Freedom or death? Right. At least here it worked. Right, let's see if his body is still there. I doubt it, actually. And let's just assume there are no others. Yeah, shit. His body was over here. He's gonna... God damn it. Here's his rifle. Alright, at least we checked it out. That guy over there. Anyways, the game wants me to go over there. Right, let's go. Let's get out of here. But anyways, very cool location, I must say. And also that assassination targets trying to outsmart Arno.
How are we supposed to find anything in this?
With a ambush. Here, this is what I meant with the smoke. Works pretty good.
Someone douse the fire!
Just quickly checking whether there aren't any collectibles in here after all. Nope. Yeah, I'm not sure what these objectives are. That's probably the way out. I'm not sure why that is marked.
Bastard could be right under our noses. Bastard could be right under our noses.
The objective is probably that fire over there.
Someone douse the fires!
Here, this cutscene, nothing happens when I press the HUD button. It was only in that assassination cutscene.
You're
Really
just
weird.
in time for the commencement of my reign.
Your reign.
As long as there's a cour des miracles, you must have a roi d'étude. And since there seemed to be a vacancy, I stepped in.
With remarkable speed, the body's not yet cold.
I may have set things in motion a trifle early. Say, when you first arrived at la cour des miracles,
You used me.
your target is dead. We used one another.
Quite a kingdom you've inherited.
It is, isn't it? So, is justice served? Are the dead avenged? Is your soul soothed, all that rot?
Rot is a fine description. Every time I think I'm getting close to the truth, it seems another layer of filth presents itself.
Conspiracy, intrigue, a rapidly thickening plot. Add some bestiality and a lecherous priest, and I say you have the beginnings of a beautiful novel.
I'd settle for a solid lead.
So young, and yet so serious. Well, best of luck to you. You have, I trust, looked into this.
Where did you get that?
One of my newly loyal subjects brought it to me as a token of esteem, as it were. It's a curious piece. I know of only one silversmith who works metal like this.
A blade of this make killed Monsieur de la Serre. I can only assume you knew this already. Why didn't you say?
Well, where would man be if he never had to ask questions? If everything he could ever want to know was simply handed to him, he might no longer think to ask questions.
Or he might accomplish a great deal more unburdened by ignorance.
Perhaps. The smith's name is François Thomas Germain. You'll find his shop near Les Halles.
Thank you.
Bonne chance.
Merci beaucoup. Alright, memory. Oh shit, challenges. I didn't complete them, but I hope, because of my previous attempt, that it still will be marked as done. Otherwise I have to play it again. I will do that offline, if that is the case. Anywho, that Marquis de Sade's person. Yes, this was sequence 4. Find Leroy de Thun. End him. Yes, it's still here. Air assassination, phantom blade kills. It's marked correctly. That Marquis de Sade, he was a philosopher and apparently a writer of libertine sexual persuasion. So probably he was pretty a free thinker, so to say, and free doer probably. Again, check out these textures. It's so amazing. The color tone. Everything. But let's quickly read his bio, what is in the database. And then I think after that, this is a good lull in between the action to end the episode, continue in the next one. I will probably just continue with the main storyline for a couple of sections. Because I think that is also what the chronology, the mission chronology prescribes. If you want to do it according to the events that actually occurred in real life in the French Revolution, because this game does include, what I understand, quite some of these landmark events. And yeah, I want to do them as indicated earlier in the order, in chronological order. Anywho, we go over here. Encyclopedia, people. Oh, it's Paris stories. Man, have to. Still quite some reading to do, but let's do that later. General Marquis de Sade. Donatien Alphonse François de Sade was born in 1740. So let's say that the French Revolution started in 1809, so he was 49 at the time. He came from a typical noble French family full of soldiers and clergymen and entered the army at the age of 14. Apparently he didn't find it to his liking because he left at the age of 31. Alright, that still means he was 17 years in the army. I think he liked it pretty much. De Sade was the quintessential black sheep, an atheist and great lover of the performing arts. He was above all a libertine and used his family's wealth and influence to get away with an astonishing array of crimes. Lucky that could never happen nowadays. It's a telling symptom of the ancien regimes, the old regime, corruption, that he was considered merely a scandalous figure and not a violent criminal. Much of his adult life was spent shuffled between different prisons, where he wrote numerous texts, nearly all of which were deemed obscene and heavily censored. He was liberated in 1790, and sensing the change that was in the air, renounced his title and he got himself elected to the convention. He continued to write in the same pornographic vein, while simultaneously pardoning nearly every criminal sent before him. I had a headmaster a little like that for a while. His governmental tenure was short-lived. In late 1793, openly critical of Robespierre, he was arrested for moderatism and imprisoned for a year. He never rejoined the political sphere, and in 1801, under Napoleon's order, he was arrested once again and sent to prison, where he would remain until his death in 1814. Having outlived a monarchy, a revolution and an empire. Still, at least he had his naughty writing to keep us warm at night. Alright, pretty interesting figure, I would say. Marquis de Sade. For the next episodes, let's see where we need to go. Let's just see it on the map. We needed to go to a blacksmith or something. Trying to find the icon of the main campaign. I really don't see it. What the hell are these? Again, companion missions. Alright, I think that's mostly meant for co-op. No, these are specific co-op missions, but companion missions I think you can also play with more, I'm not sure. But you can also all play them solo. Apparently some of the co-op missions are much more difficult doing them solo, but I will try anyways. Anyways, where is the... I think I needed to just get back to the council, the secret assassin council below the headquarters in the cafe theater. But let's do... What the hell? Why is this green? It's not... that's a graphical glitch. Right, the game seems a little bit glitchy, also with the cutscene. Anywho, let's do that in the next episodes. We have to return to the council chamber and tell Mirabelle what you've learned. You can quickly take a sneak peek. See, no, I cannot select the next mission yet to read its description. So we will just have to get back to the cafe theater and take it from there. Guys, hope you enjoyed. It was a lot of talking for me. In the next coming episode that will be less the case. I had quite some stuff I just wanted to talk out of my system, put it on the records. Again, amazing detail, this game. The animations, the amount of animations is astounding. What all these citizens are doing. From cleaning, to blacksmithing, to talking, to flirting, to arguing, like these guys. It's amazing. Anyways, hope to see you in the next episode. Hope you enjoyed. For the meantime, do not forget, always do keep on gaming. See you later.